Welcome to Trend P, a unique perspective on toxic trends and news reviews. If you like this content, remember to hit the subscribe button, click the notification bell, like this video and drop a comment below. Share this video on social media and follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Trend P. You can also donate on Cash App at $TrendP to help this channel grow. Thanks for watching.
Hey guys, on today's episode of Trend P, we're reviewing the heckling of Naomi Osaka at the Indian Wells Masters and for other times tennis stars got heckled. Let's take a look.
Thank you. Thank you, please.
So this actually happened Saturday, March the 12th, so a couple of days ago. Unfortunately, we can't see her initial reaction based on the video, but we can hear a female in the crowd shout, "You suck." Clearly this got under her skin, but she handled it professionally in spite of losing the match. The heckler was asked to be removed by Naomi, but unfortunately the judge did not agree on this occasion. But we will see later that previous hecklers have been removed for Serena Williams. I'm not sure if there's a standard rule for removal of hecklers in professional tennis. Osaka referred to the same event in 2001, the Indian Wells Masters, where Venus and Serena were heckled and subsequently boycotted the Indian Wells Masters for 14 years. We'll take a look at that video in just a second. But maybe they should have kept the boycott indefinite. What do you guys think?
I just wanted to say thank you. Yeah, I feel like I've cried enough on camera, but I just wanted to say yeah. To be honest, I've gotten heckled before, like it didn't really bother me, but it's like heckled here. Like I've watched a video of Venus and Serena getting heckled here, and if you've never watched it, you should watch it. And I don't know why, but like it went into my head and it got replayed a lot. I'm trying not to cry. But I just wanted to say thank you and congratulations. Yeah, just thank you.
I can tell you that on behalf of everybody here that out of about 10,000 people, one person's voice can't weigh out 9,999 others. And we love you here. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, Naomi Osaka.
Later, we'll see Osaka being consoled by her Japanese mother. And remember, Osaka has been the subject of a lot of ridicule, even in Japan, which is her mother's native country, where a group of comedians stated that she is too tan and needs to bleach her skin. So she's been kind of under a lot of ridicule and abuse from a racial standpoint, and probably a bunch of gender related stuff as well. But at this point, I don't think we should be surprised, especially those of us who are people of color, when we are mistreated, and should stand strong, you know, if we can, and call it out. Definitely be strong enough to call it out and keep going in spite of the mistreatment. Unfortunately, I'm not sure if this rattled her enough to get her off her game to lose the match, or whether there were other factors. I didn't see the entire match, but we're all human, and there's only so much one person can take before you break. So we all have different levels of tolerance when it comes to mistreatment, and that must be kept in mind. Now taking a look back at 2001, Venus and Serena Williams were heckled along with their father Richard upon entering the stadium at the Indian Wells.
Amazing sound here. A crescendo of boos for Serena Williams. And there's Father Richard coming down. It's quite amazing. Joe Jury alongside me, Simon Reed. There's Venus. And the crowd, an American crowd, booing an American family.
So we clearly see a more aggressive racial response in this case. Kudos to Richard Williams for standing strong, even holding his fist up in resilience and pride for his background and the achievements of his daughters. And again, kudos to Will Smith, who just played Richard Williams in the new movie, and I hear he's getting some awards for that, so that's awesome. Here's another look at Serena's reaction to heckling in a different match. It's good to see her advocate for herself and push the issue. She definitely sounds concerned for her safety and understands the racial tension related to this issue. It sounds like she got heckled quite a bit by this one guy, and the judges did take a note of that, and also did the commentators.
I've never experienced this in about 10 years. He's really nervous.
Why you arresting you as a kid? Okay,
they're pointing to him right now.
Okay, that's okay.
He needs to be removed and never come to our match again.
Okay.
Like, he needs to be removed off WTA premises. His name needs to be taken down.
Well,
he's done.
At least we're gonna try to do something about it now.
I want his name. He could be a stalker. He could be after me.
Okay. No problem, sir.
They're pointing to him.
Yeah.
They know everything that's going on.
Wow. You know who the guy is? Okay, so you know who it is, and she wants him to be removed as soon as possible.
And he's a coward. He won't even admit to who he is.
Right in front if he says another word.
I guess we know what's gonna happen. We're gonna...
Apparently he's the guy in the tan shirt.
I know that. I think it's...
I mean, he could be at my hotel tomorrow night trying to hurt me.
We have somebody around him, and if he's still saying the words, he will be removed right away.
But he's not going to say anything else because he knows I told him.
Well, unfortunately...
I mean, he said some evil things. It was crazy. I couldn't believe what came out of his mouth. And as an African American, I'm not going to stand for it.
Here is what Serena said in the press afterwards, but what you're not looking at is that she said, look, I'm cleaning this up a bit. This guy used the N-word yesterday in this match, and that's why this whole thing developed. Mary Jo, it's just uncalled for. The guy was escorted out by police, and he's not allowed back, and good riddance.
It was horrible, and you have to give credit to Serena for really mentally hanging in that match and being able to focus, because he heckled her from the start of the match to the end. He wanted her to hit double faults, he wanted her to hit in the net, and Serena did a great job just to persevere, and he is out. He will not be back. There are pictures of him around the site just in case, but long gone.
Good to see her advocate for herself and push the issue. Commentators on the match clearly understood that the level of abuse Serena was subjected to was quite significant. So sounds like he got removed, and hopefully, it sounds like things went well from that standpoint on. She sounds like she was really concerned that he was going to show up at her hotel or something, or do something crazy to her, which based on his comments you never can know. A lot of people with racial issues and the prejudice and everything, they kind of take things way too far. We as people of color don't really, a lot of times we don't understand the degree of anger, frustration, or whatever other people may have when they, especially when they express their comments or their issues verbally, especially in a public setting. So I mean, I know we've all kind of been subject to what's been going on with Trump getting in office, and that riling up a lot of racial tensions in the country, and we see people who are quite willing to act on those tensions and those prejudices. So I think that's right of her to point that out again. I mean, you got to be strong enough to call things out and try to get something done about it, even though you may know that things aren't going to be done, especially in the case of Naomi. You still got to say something. If you don't say something, nobody's going to do anything at all. Clearly, professional tennis has seen this numerous times, so it makes you wonder why Osaka wasn't able to get her heckler removed from the match. And I think that deserves a lot more focus in terms of what can be done. I know the NFL has tried to do some things in terms of racial justice, and clearly this is prevalent in sports. I know it's heavy in soccer, especially over in Europe and other places. I'm sure it's prevalent everywhere, but especially in tennis. I mean, there's such a focus because there's 2 people, maybe 4 people on the court. It's such an easy target. You're such an easy target as a single tennis player down there, and you're in this stadium where if one person screams loud enough, everybody can hear them, and goes from there with the herd mentality a lot of times. But also you got crowds where they clearly support the players. I mean, they clearly kind of back up, you know, their frustrations and are happy to see the heckler get kicked out. So that's good too. Also interesting that her heckler was a female. So I don't know, you know, a lot of people probably may have thought just by reading the headlines that this was some guy who was treating her badly, but she's gotten a lot of abuse from females as well as, you know, males. I mean, it's just the racial thing is definitely prevalent in tennis. The gender thing is prevalent in tennis and all sports. But of note, those two comedians in Japan who called for her to, you know, bleach her skin and talk bad about her, they were two females. So I mean, it's not just the gender thing, it's clearly deeper than that. And unfortunately, as people of color, this is something that we're used to at this point. And you know, it still hurts. It's still something we have to try to wrestle with and try to keep our mental health intact. But it's hard. I mean, I can't comment on how hard it must be for somebody in her position who is actually mixed race and has a bunch of different factors involved in, you know, her racial background and her racial understanding, her history, family, you know, upbringing was quite diverse, it seems, but still has an understanding of who she is and definitely deals with it on a consistent basis. So again, kudos to Naomi for hanging in there, for holding herself together. I know she did end up crying at the end, but I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. You got to get it out of your system some type of way. And she was definitely professional with the way she handled it. Let us know what you think in the comments. We'll see you on the next one, guys. Take care.
Thanks for watching this episode of Trend P. We hope you enjoyed it. If you like this content, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, click the notification bell, like this video, and drop a comment below. Share this video with your friends on social media, and follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Trend P. You can also donate on Cash App at $TrendP to help this channel grow. For more Trend P, check out some of our other videos below.